cables on the batteries. I really need everybody to see that. These gray cables here, you see on the modules, this here also, are communication cables. So every battery is, this has nothing to do with voltage, it's just a communication cable from battery to battery. And this left cable here, we have also in the papers in the folder, this left connection cable, this is the connection for the battery software, for the battery cable to update the software of the batteries. This is the only connection you need to connect to update all the batteries.
So
okay?
each battery has its own interface.
Absolutely.
Which is managing software.
Yeah, absolutely. You have every module is
independent. Standing alone or
independent. Independent of each other with the firmware. So it's possible, for example, that you put here a new firmware and here not, and then the bike is not working. So it's really possible. So you only need one port. Okay, do we have another 3 sockets somewhere?
I can.
I can try. The tablet. The tablet will come full installed with all the software on it, of course, so you don't need to install anything or something. It's already installed. You just need to plug in the cable, then you need to plug, for example, we want to make the dash, so I can show you what the dash is doing. I just connect to the bike, switch on the bike. I don't know how to make it possible to see, for everybody to see what I'm doing now. You start the bike. So I will just put it down so perhaps you can see it better. So we start the diagnostics. Diagnostics is the window you can see. We connect to the bike. So this is now real time what we are doing here, okay? So
disconnected already.
I'm too quick with the. Okay, so we are connected now in real time to the bike. So you can just see, look at the RPM gauge, for example. So you can check, did you see it? Yeah. So you can check now everything in real time, what's going on with the bike. What I told you before, this line here, these small little stripes, they will light up red if there is a fault, for example. I can show you that. Can you please put the kickstand down?
Yes.
So, do you see it? We have now here this red point. This red point means there is something wrong. For the bike there is something wrong because we are in drive mode, but the kickstand is down. So for the bike this is like a fault, but it's not really a fault. But in the end it's something cool to show you. So I think...
About this, is there the security implemented if you put a gear with the side stand down? You cannot. Yeah.
So put it down again, please.
Sorry.
So if you have now faults here, red lighting, okay, you can click on that fault. And it will tell you what the failure is. So kickstand is down in drive mode, okay? So this means you have to focus on that part.
Has every point always the same fault?
No, every point is a different failure.
Yeah, but the kickstand will always be
this one, yeah. Okay, so this is what I said. The bike is really communicating with you. The bike is telling you, okay, this is wrong. Please do whatever you need to do.
So we could say this tablet is the most important thing to check the bike.
This is absolutely. This is really the important part. Also, if you want to tell or to make the customer feel good in professional hands, because you are able to work on the bike with everything it needs. So in the end, this is the tool of the future, because we have a bike of the future, so this is the tool of the future. The kickstand is down. Still, can you put it up again, please?
Yeah.
Per hour reading, but the wheel isn't turning.
Yeah, because it's also in the motor, because of the RPM. You have the sensor also in the motor.
Okay.
So
here
the
No, you know here how many RPM, so that's how it shows you how fast you go.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not measuring off on
It's also doing it on the wheel, but it's also doing it because of the RPM in the motor. So this is what's the difference. Yes. It will tell you something else.
And I'll just rock it at the back end for going fast or slower, and that will give you false. Again, if you change the sprocket,
yes,
so you can drive fast. Split inside the
you need to adjust it. Yes.
Then you have to
Yes. Then you just need an adjustment. This is just a calibration in the end. Okay, so how you can see what you can see else here is like you have the VIN number of that bike. This is the frame number showing up on that sticker, and also it's put it in here on the frame inside. Okay, so you can really check if this is the right bike you're working on.
and if it's not stolen.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. This is now, if you're connected to the bike, you can see here what I told you before, the VCU, CPI is a part of the VCU, the Brammo BMS, the AIM, the Dash, these are the versions you could upload now to update it. It's pretty simple, you just go on the browse, the VCU file, for switch on the bike, you automatically switch on a recording driving file.
You really can have each ride in real time. You see the RPMs, you see the speed you did, everything.
The battery will be empty before.
And what happens when your stick is full?
The stick can really be not that full, because we have 4 gigabytes. That one file is 230 kilobytes, so it's.
I only have one on inertia.
It's okay.
If you have a USB stick, I have some file.
Ja, zeg je maar 200 kilobyte, 4 gigabyte on
So for example, if you want to make special test rides, whatever, you make a test ride, switch it off, switch it on again, and then you know this is the next record. So you can have different samples of test rides, right? Reason should he have the USB stick in his hand, right?
Okay.
If a dealer does that problem, for example, if a dealer delete a USB stick, the first thing he have to do, he have to write me email or inform me about that hey, sorry, but I deleted, whatever, it happened, and then we can talk about that, of course.
Yes.
But that's not a problem, but it's strange if a customer tells you, hey, I deleted. So you have to say, hey, what the hell you're doing with the USB stick, right?
It cannot come from breaking heart or something.
And does the customer have to know that there is some storage device in it?
Yes, because it's good for the customer also to know that there is a cool support device, that he's really supported, can be supported in a really focused way. You know, this is something like a new support from the future. In the gas bike, there are times you have to look for hours what the problem is. Here the bike tells you what the problem is. So you can tell it to the customer, but also tell him about guarantee. What happens to the guarantee when he will play with it.
It is unbelievably easy to find problems and to solve problems. Absolutely.
Has it got a privacy issue?
No, because we are
United States maybe.
Yeah, that's why I asked you.
we don't have the problem because we are not recording the location of the bike.
Okay.
We are recording the actions of the bike, not where he is, when he is, where or whatever.
Only the speed and how the motorcycle is different.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the next question. If an accident happens and the police ask me, read out the bike, how fast was he going during the accident?
Okay, it's your stuff. It's your own stuff.
Yes.
You don't have to hand it to the
No,
police.
okay, but the police can.
They can
They know
If
it.
they,
It's the legal basis in how entitled is the police to ask such kind of information.
I would say, if it helps you, and that could happen,
Yes.
give the stick to the police and say, okay, you can see the speed
Yes.
where I had the accident. Because it's good for you. If it's bad for you, don't tell them, or it's your own thing. They need a judge who says, give them the stick, and this takes a long time.
It's like with,
Perhaps the stick is erased
it's
then.
like with heavy duty
Just for everything for the customer.
It's with commercial vehicles, for example, they now have OBD.
Yes.
So the police can come, plug in, and then see what speed have you done, have you respected resting times, etc., etc., etc. So if it, and that's legally in the law written that the police
Is it not for motorcycles yet?
Pardon me?
Not for motorcycles yet?
I don't think it's
for trucks.
Yeah, for big lorries.
trucks, yeah, commercial vehicles only, buses, coaches, and trucks.
Okay.
The tachograph.
Yes.
We never know what happens with the law, and I think in a few years, perhaps every
Oh, he's right. What he's doing, for example. For now, he's driving with kickstand. That's all I see.
Oh, I just take a few. Obviously, it was because I'm half time busy, but I don't know which file it is.
Okay, here is riding. So of course you don't have the gears because the inertia is without gears. But here you can, yeah, you can see his ride. You can follow what's happening.
Yeah, it's easy to combine that with a tracking device, then a GPS positioning system, and then you can do racetrack mapping.
Just combining these.
So if there, for example, if there is the customer got a problem with speed or acceleration, you directly will check the position of throttle combined with the speed and the RPM, for example. This is the first thing you will check if there is a problem with power acceleration or stuff like that.
En je kunt de loopsnelheid ook veranderen. Hè?
Sorry?
You can change the speed.
Of displaying the
display. Yes, I can change it from really the slowest, which is 2-3 seconds, up to fastest, which is really fast.
Yeah.
This fastest you always need, for example, if you have a big charging file of 1 week. So this is what you would use because it will take a long time if there is an error you're searching for.
Does it have self-detecting anomaly intelligence, where you say, you know, this is the file, search me what you think as a software is a abnormal situation?
No, this is what you don't have. Because there is something like kickstands down is an error code. So this would be every time error code. The software would detect it every time, so every file would be detected, which makes no sense anymore.
I really thought I was driving faster, but it's in miles. Not in
Yes, so you can
the
see.
other is safe.
So you can see with this software, you can also, for example, show the customer, hey, look what you're doing. If you, just in a friendly way, of course. Here you can see, I can see how your drive is, and yeah, everything is cool to your bike. Here, look, you're riding like that.
It's always surprising for me if I look at a log file after a ride. You really don't recognize how fast you were riding because you look at the turn and the entry of a turn and not always at the belt drive, and you don't hear this scooter. I always used the horn because the people didn't recognize I'm coming. With this bike they recognize I'm coming.
I also think for regular motor customers, it's better it has a noise. Because it's over the head.
I love the noise while riding. It's like a little chat and it helps me to understand what I'm doing. It's the same with the gearbox. I feel lost without gears. I want this different feeling of the gears.
Could you try again? I will record that noise again. Yeah, it looks like, sounds like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Like those X-wings.
Als het nu zo stop onderweg, dan zit de rasje gaat hem zeker in nul weg en
Wat is dat hier?
Was du ja geöffnet hast, das gehört in diesen Bike hier. Das ist für das Manchen.
Achso, das geöffnete jetzt halt, ja, okay, Entschuldigung.
Dus je pakt hier is voor de zuiver. Ja, voor de zuiverwerking.
Die eruit staan gedaan. Dat is toch van deze motor.
Nee, dat is van jullie.
Ah ja. En die kabel?
Die kabel.
Die is eruit staan.
Nee, die kabel is voor
dat is kort wel. Oei. Maar we moeten de rechts doen.
Heeft iedereen zijn interfacekabel?
Ja, ik heb de mijne in de rugzak. Ik heb hem in de rugzak.
Ja. Nee, die interfacekabel dat is deze.
Maar die andere, we hebben nog een beetje papier metgenomen.
Ah ja.
Maybe knife if you want.
Zo, dus zak je de lucht in?
Ja.
Boom. Normally it should lie up. Oh, smoke, it's good.
Now we'll hear the fans.
So yellow lights are good.
This is the sound that, okay, now I start the charging, it will stop.
Merci. Yeah.
Then it's charging, and as soon the, always put the cable completely off.
Yeah. So yellow light is okay?
Yeah, ground is present,
yeah.
Power is there, charging is green, so if there is something red, then there's a problem.
The cable is very short here.
Yeah, it is short, that's true, yeah.
Because in Belgium, if you build a new home, it has to be 30 centimeters from the ground.
Okay.
Then it's hanging.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe something to tell Brammo.
I was talking to them also to make a different plug, like a 90-degree plug.
Yeah.
So it can hang, but without stretching the cable.
Also, if it's raining outside and if you're charging, it starts to get dangerous.
Yeah, it's like a, charging in the rain.
If it's longer, you can have it standing high. Wind can get rain down.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
If it's maybe 50 centimeters, it's
I also want to have this cable thicker.
like the other one.
Yes, that's why I wanted to run by you. Just for an idea. I would send you a lot of videos.
Is on het volgens jou?
Er zit nog een zakje bij voor het water dicht te maken. Er zit ook een zakje bij voor het water dicht te maken. Dat zit erbij.
Ah ja.
Dat is zo.
Ja.
Gaan we
Dat is altijd te zoeken.
Ja, zijn kort hè. Zou misschien... Ja, ik zou een andere
Zeker in de
Ja, misschien is het niet allemaal.
Maar ja, dat is misschien op de zaal voor een hand.
Dan gaan we direct weer op goed zetten.
Ja,
Sterker uit.
Wacht.
Ja, dat zijn eigenlijk de nieuwe ultra zwart was
Dat was misschien wel dat je plezier hebt.
Yeah, that direction.
Oh, ja.
Ik moet zeggen, nu dat ik die gele toch live gezien heb,
Niet aan het laden. Nog niet, want er staat één nog op 0 af.
24 is there, is 0. Maybe you have to wait a little bit.
Ja. Nice. Dat is 24 op 100 volt. Dat is 400.
and shop material.
We work on that stuff, and it's really about a new part of funding Brammo needs in the next half year to go a few more steps into direction of promotion stuff for dealer, inventory for dealer. We work on this. The design is done, the first samples are created, and now it goes to production in the second half of the year. You will hear from us an idea from us, what you can purchase, what you can have for free, how it works, and we are working on that. We are behind, we know that, but the decision was done in March not to wait another year with Europe. And I was one of the guys who said, if the product is perfect, we start. We don't wait another year because we are behind with the other stuff. And now I'm the person who have to stay here and to tell you, yeah, we don't have it at the moment, but we work on it. I'm I'm sorry, but I think the most important thing is this.
If it doesn't.
Yeah, if you want to sell 5 this year, that's enough. If you want to sell more, you need promotion, absolutely. And we work on that.
Okay.